If you're like me, the primary reason you've been anticipating Ant-Man and the Wasp is because you've been desperate for any sort of clue or hint or connection to the events from Avengers Infinity War. Sure, we're curious to what Ant-Man was up to during those events, but we really wanted some sort of confirmation or inkling towards whatever wild speculations we've arrived at since we staggered out of the theater back in April, feeling the combined sensations of being emotionally traumatized and an adrenaline rush. Well, if you came to Ant-Man and the Wasp looking for answers, you'll quickly encounter a different feeling, though this one may seem familiar as it's the same feeling you experienced when you went looking for answers during The Last Jedi. When Ant-Man was released in 2015, I couldn't help but wonder if it was all just a fluke, that Marvel had taken an obscure hero from their comic book pages, a ridiculous premise, and an unclear contribution from former director Edgar Wright, and still came out with a hit somehow. It could have all been an accident, but it turns out it wasn't an accident. Ant-Man and the Wasp delivers on the action and comedy that we've come to expect from one of Marvel's more lighthearted franchises. Emphasis on lighthearted. As much as I enjoyed the film, it's lacking in substance, which is fine. I came to the film expecting to have a fun time and not necessarily be moved. But Ant-Man and the Wasp does touch briefly on themes of morality and family. The villain, Ghost, great name by the way, while not the most compelling antagonist, differs from most because she's fighting not for world domination or destruction, but for self-preservation. Despite her dire need, however, she resists employing questionable tactics to get what she wants, to a point in any case. Meanwhile, Scott Lang continues his struggle between staying on the right side of the law and his superhero life. Since the events of Captain America Civil War, Scott has been under house arrest, and we get the pleasure of witnessing the chaotic means with which he balances his life when Hank Pym and Hope Van Dyne come knocking. Scott is caught trying to preserve his family while helping Hank and Hope to save theirs.
It just sort of happened.
I wish I could fight bad guys like you.
I seem to mess it up almost every time.
This is definitely one of Marvel's funniest films, and unlike such films as Thor Ragnarok, the humor is actually appropriate and not simply tossed in to lighten what should have been a serious moment. The best highlights are easily Paul Rudd, Michael Pena, and newcomer Randall Park, who each bring their signature style of comedic delivery and keep the film moving. I'm really looking forward to seeing the gag reel for this film because I can't imagine everyone maintaining a straight face during these sequences. The film also sports some great visual gags, innovative action sequences, and some trippy visual effects on the level of Doctor Strange. So that's it for 2018, right? We won't be seeing another Marvel film until March of 2019, and with Ant-Man providing very little information on what's to come, I suppose we'll just sit here for 9 months, theorizing the likelihood that... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Ant-Man and the Wasp? You got...